CompTIA A Core 2 Complete Training Course. Exam Objective 2.2 Given a scenario, configure and apply basic Microsoft Windows OS security settings. Users and groups. For our next video segment, let's talk about users and groups in Windows. Whether it is a personal computer at home or a device connected to a corporate network, properly managing user accounts is an important part of both security and functionality. Different account types are designed with different levels of access, helping ensure that users can perform the tasks they need while reducing the risk of accidental changes or unauthorized activity. When creating a user account in Windows, there are two primary account options: a Microsoft account or a local account. A Microsoft account connects the user to Microsoft's online ecosystem and cloud-based services. This allows features such as OneDrive cloud storage, Microsoft Store access, password recovery, and synchronization of settings across multiple Windows devices. For example, desktop settings, browser bookmarks, saved passwords, and even Wi-Fi profiles can follow the user from one Windows device to another when signed in with the same Microsoft account. While Microsoft accounts focus heavily on cloud connectivity and synchronization, local accounts take a much more device-centered approach. A local account exists only on the specific device where it was created and does not rely on Microsoft's online services. Because of this, settings and files are not automatically synchronized to the cloud. Some users prefer local accounts because they provide a more traditional offline experience and keep account data limited to the device itself. In environments where privacy or isolated systems are important, local accounts are still commonly used. Once accounts are created, Windows uses different account types and permission levels to control what users are allowed to do. One example is the guest account, which is designed for temporary access with very limited permissions. A guest user can typically perform only basic tasks, such as browsing the web or accessing shared files, but cannot install software or make system-level changes. This makes the guest account useful for situations where short-term access is needed without giving the user the ability to significantly modify the system. The most common account type is the standard account. Standard users are intended for normal day-to-day activities such as browsing the internet, running applications, and managing personal files. However, they are restricted from installing many applications or changing important system settings. This helps balance usability with security by giving users enough access to perform regular tasks while reducing the risk of accidental or unauthorized changes. Next is the power user role. Power users have more permissions than standard users and can install software or adjust certain system settings, but they still do not have full administrative control. This role acts as a middle ground between a standard account and an administrator account. While it is less common in modern versions of Windows, it is still important to recognize for exam purposes. At the top of the permission hierarchy is the administrator account. Administrators have full control over the system, including the ability to install and remove software, manage user accounts, configure settings, and make system-wide changes. Because this is the highest level of access, administrator privileges should be limited to only users who truly require them. Properly managing administrator accounts is an important part of maintaining system security. Building on these permission levels, Windows also includes an important security feature known as User Account Control, or UAC. User Account Control is a Windows security feature that helps prevent unauthorized system changes by requiring approval before administrative actions occur. Whenever an application attempts to install software, modify important settings, or perform other system-level changes, UAC generates a prompt requesting confirmation. Even users who are already signed in with an administrator account will still receive these prompts before major changes are allowed. This additional layer of verification helps reduce the risk of malware silently making changes in the background and also helps prevent accidental modifications by the user. This connects directly to another feature you will commonly encounter in Windows, known as Run as Administrator. Sometimes a task requires elevated permissions even though the user is normally operating with standard level access. In those situations, a user can right-click an application and choose Run as Administrator to temporarily launch that program with elevated privileges. Rather than giving permanent administrative access to everything on the system, this approach allows administrative permissions to be used only when necessary, helping maintain a more secure environment overall. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more great content.